Hey, what's up, everyone? My name is Jeff, and today we're going to have some fun playing Magic. And I decided to, on this last day before I start playing Kaldheim stuff, because tomorrow I'm going to be putting out some content for Kaldheim with the pre-release event, which is sponsored by Wizards of the Coast. I have to say that every time. And so I wanted to, I honestly, I was having a hard time deciding what video to make for today. And I'm actually recording this the same day of, because we got like pounded with snow. There's just been tons of crazy stuff happening with kids. Our baby, our youngest, got really sick, and so sorry that I didn't get something up right away. But I wanted to kind of create something here that would be interesting, fun, and hopefully something useful for you guys. And I wasn't sure what that would be, because there's tons of deck lists out there now, and I've done a lot of the deck techs. There's tons of other stuff out there, but what I've noticed is that there's not a ton of things for historic players, and there's also, I wanted to kind of throw in the cards that are a little bit jinky into the deck where I think they can actually be really, really good. And so the World Tree is one of those cards right here that I feel like has been wanted to be played for forever by a lot of people. And I wanted to put it in the deck where it deserves to be, the place that it should be at. And that place is here in the mono green Planeswalker deck, you know, whatever. And so I kind of built a different version of this one that what I've played in the past. I know that this has been probably one of my favorite decks for a while, and I've done like 3 different versions of it. This is the 4th. Here we go. Basically, Cascading Cataracts was the way that we got all of the different mana colors to be able to use Golos's ability. And I don't think you completely take out Cascading Cataracts. I think you leave 1 copy of this, mainly because it's an indestructible land, which is really nice, being able to turn it into a 3/3 and swing in. Just there's things that you can do with that are really, really nice. But the other side of it is the issue is here is that it just is a little bit non-mana efficient to be able to actually add all of the different colors of mana, where I think the World Tree just becomes better. And sorry, it's a little bit harder to like zoom in and make it easier to read here. Let me see if I can do that real quick though. We'll just do yep, that's what we're doing. Move these over real quick. All right, so the World Tree enters the battlefield tapped, which is one of the biggest issues of it. I think that the fact that this enters tapped and only adds 1 mana, unless you have lots of good ways to get to 6 mana with this, it's really not that great of a card. If you have lots of ramp and you have a way to go tutor it, which is basically Golos. Golos is the reason why this card can be good, is that it goes and tutors it and puts it onto the battlefield. If you're playing a deck without Golos, I don't think the World Tree becomes quite as good. Can you still play it in other decks? Yeah, absolutely. Is it still really powerful in effect and all that? Yes, but it's going to be a lot less consistent as far as like, it's going to be hard to build a deck around this idea without things that can actually tutor it. And the card that tutors it is the card that also uses it, which is huge. And so I'm a big fan of Golos and the World Tree being used here. We only have 2 copies of Golos in the main deck, but that's because Karn can go find our other 2 copies here. I built this deck a little bit differently than normally. Normally you have four copies of Karn, 2 Golos here, and I think 2 in the sideboard. I added in the Garn sign of Urza because I kind of wanted to showcase another slot that you can go with this, and this is something a little bit fun. So those that are looking for a little bit more jinky type of stuff, we're gonna go ahead and talk about Esika a little bit here. So Esika, I think, takes the spot of Karn here, where I have, you know, these 2 copies of Karn, which are good. I think it'd be fun. There's also something to be said about like playing this in like Esika's Chariot or whatever, ways to kind of like copy the token. It's not that good. There's a lot of other better things you can do than that, but we're gonna have some fun with this. So I think Esika does pretty well taking up this kind of 3-drop slot of either like where Llanowar Visionary is at, or kind of taking up maybe taking up a 4-drop slot to make the deck a little bit cheaper, because you want to have 3-drop things to be playing that can add mana to kind of get to everything else. And 1/4 Vigilance does survive a lot better than a lot of other things. And so I do think Esika actually does do pretty well in this deck, especially if we have a lot of one mana things to be playing, one mana ramp spells to then get us up to other things. And so anyway, I think it's okay. Prismatic Bridge side of this card, I think is also really fun, especially with the World Tree already in the deck. If we're going to be playing that or other ways to be playing multiple colors, I think this is the kind of deck where you want it, where we have tons and tons of, oh, that's the wrong thing to press. We have tons and tons of Planeswalkers and good creatures out here that we're fine getting, like Golos, Llanowar Visionary. Yeah, we have Aboro Grazers and Llanowar Elves that we can also run into, but sometimes those are just like decent things to hit. But Prismatic Bridge, at the beginning of your upkeep, reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a creature or Planeswalker card put onto the battlefield. We we have so many good planeswalkers to run into, our Ugins, Nissas, this other Ugin, Karns, that I think this is exactly the deck where this kind of thing is played competitively. And I think that you have it on the side of where we actually, you have to have this in a deck where you actually are going to be using Esika. And we're a deck that just wants to ramp. And as far as like what other creatures, like we don't have a ton of other legendary creatures to control that had vigilance and mana. Well, we do have Golos, which actually is pretty good. We don't necessarily attack with that all the time. It kind of just ends up as like a blocker for us. But if it could be ramping us up instead, we're actually pretty happy with that. Like a really good play is turn 3, all right, turn 1. This is probably one of the best ways you can go with this. Turn 1, Arboreal Grazer or Llanowar. Turn 3, Esika. Turn 4, Golos. Get another land. And then the next turn you have Ugin, you have whatever, like pretty easily. Like it's still a pretty good play. And then if you didn't go that route, Golos also grabs the World Tree for you, which can also give you all the mana colors, which then you can use Golos's ability or play it out of Planar Bridge, Prismatic Bridge, or use Golos's ability to put up Planar Prismatic Bridge for free. There's just a bunch of really good busted things you can do with this. Sorry, I'm going to get these out of the way now because these are no longer needed. But yeah, so the World Tree I think is good. And also, we'll talk about this real quick too. This bottom ability here as well, being able to put any number of gods onto the battlefield. Yeah, we don't really use that as much with this. We do have the mana to be able to get there with this. There is something fun about maybe putting like Chromatic Orrery in the sideboard to do something silly with that too. All we have is Esika, but being able to just do everything else, it's still fun. Anyway, so we'll get rid of this. One thing I was going to say though is that we do have Golos, which can tap for mana and everything. We also typically are trying to get out this Heart of Kiran from the sideboard, which may actually deserve a slot in the main deck as well. Who knows? But Heart of Kiran also is a legendary creature once it becomes crewed up, so it can also be tapping down for extra mana and do some like hidden for damage, also tap for mana, that kind of stuff. Anyway, there's some good things we do with this. Other than that, I'm not going to dive too far into the deck. It's not going to change too much from what we've got here, and so. I'm adding Karn basically to make it a little bit more fun. I played this deck before without the Mind Stones. I just wanted I actually had Paradise Druid as a very consistent mana source, because if we don't ever tap it down, it doesn't ever die basically, and it could always do that. Where Mind Stone does kind of get hurt by the other cards that are in the format, but it also is that consistent source of mana for us, and it works a little bit better with our colorless lands, everything like that we do have a few of. So that's the deck. Let's go and jump into it. Let's have some fun playing Magic and prep for KALDHEIM, which is coming out soon. I'm not going to be playing Historic for a little bit after we kind of dive into the new one. I want to be playing a little more Standard. So I wanted to give you guys a good Historic deck that if you guys want to be playing playing this with the Prismatic Bridge, all that kind of stuff, I think will be a good ranking deck for you. It will be a good deck that is powerful. I think you just basically take this exact shell, throw in 2 copies of Esika for Karn here, and take out 1 Cascading Cataracts and maybe 1 Forest for 2 World Trees. Maybe go up to 3 copies. I don't know. But that's the deck. So anyway, let's jump into it, see how it does for us. Wish me luck. Here we go. All right, I'm against Surat, and we will keep this. Explorer is a little bit awkward with this hand, but there's some good things we can end up doing with it too. Royal Grazer. Or Soul Warden's going to be a little bit awkward. We don't have a ton of creatures entering the battlefield here, but any of ours that do make them start ramping up or bigger things is bad. All right, well, I guess we don't have another land, so we play out the Mind Stone first. Yeah, play Mind Stone. If we had hit a land there, it would have been nice because we could have explored and tried to dig for something else, but just get what we got, unfortunately. That's cool. Temple Garden tapped, Speaker of Heavens. Luckily, we do have a reaching blocker. All right, well, Forest. All right, do we go grab Karn here? Or this Karn, actually, might be pretty nice. Just as some extra value for us in general. It most likely will help us hit a land as well. For the Nissa, we get to dig a little bit deeper. All right, let's do that. I do want to see how good this card is. Sweet, we have 2 lands up the top. That means we're getting a land. Which means we have Nissa for the next turn. And an indestructible creature. Sounds great. Not too shabby at all. Alright, there's a Coco. Here comes the Coco. How much life do they gain? A swell amount is the answer. Yikes. All right, swings in, gets to gain a bit more life as well. Yep. Nice. There's a 5/5. All right, well, we have Cascading Cataracts. We have Nissa. we get to untap. Actually, here, let's see here. I'm not casting anything else, right? All right, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and just untap Cascading Cataracts. Do I care to get out another little blocker here? That's gonna be a 2/2. They'll grow the Pride Mate, but we have the perfect blocker for the Pride Mate for days now. And so just having them not be able to chip in for extra damage might be best. We can go grab another land, another turn. Let's go ahead and just do this. All right.
Some solutions must be built.
No attacks past the turn. And now we have a pretty decent defense with a Nissa and a Karn on board, which is sweet. And if we find like Ugin off the top, we just get Ugin, which is going to be pretty good against their deck. So yes. Shit. A Johnny, ooh. That's good. Everything has vigilance, and they get to gain some life. Counters onto everything. That's bad. That's all sorts of not good. All right, let's see if they're forgetting about the Boreal Grazer. Looks like they are, so that's nice. All right, block, block. Yep, indestructible. Didn't get through anything. Nice. All right, another flyer. That's not good. Cards Bastion. All right. Well, first, let's explore first, at least one time. I want to see if we can find anything better. Golos isn't the worst. That's actually a pretty sweet card there. Golos can go help us find maybe another Cascading Cataracts to untap. Maybe a Blast Zone actually would be really nice here. Yeah, let's go ahead and grab Golos. We can hit all the 1-drops right away. Do we have enough mana for that? No, we don't. All right. Either way, really good play for us to be doing. They're up to 30 life. We can untap. So we're a little bit shy of having the Blast Zone available. We can untap Karn's Bastion, still not quite there. And go ahead and grab and kind of try to keep pressure away from Karn a little bit. So let's go ahead and tick up here, or away from Nissa. All right, 2 more lands up the top. That's actually nice. We're fine hitting lands and having them off the stuff. Oh, we hadn't played a land yet. Ooh. Now I can untap Blast Zone, right? I think we just fire this off. We kill here, here, here. They have a 4/4 to deal with our stuff with. Yeah, let's go ahead and just do that. All right. Activate Blast Zone. Kill their 1s. 1-drop things. We do lose our Grazer. No attacks past the turn. I could have waited for, I could have waited until after they attacked, but they would have just made a 4/4 Angel, and those are probably the hardest things for us to actually deal with. Getting a Heart of Karen or a big snake with this Karn is going to be nice. Hits the Cascading Cataracts? No, they can't hit lands. Yeah. All right, the Karn. They actually could have just killed the Karn there, so that's great. That's sweet. Nice. Awesome. Johnny's Pride Mate. Cool. All right, now we're just digging for the Ugin. Swings big things at Nissa. We chomp. Youch. Hey, there's an Ugin. All right, well, how about that? Let's save up a little bit of green mana. Okay, Ugin. -4, right? Yeah, -4. Actually, wait. We can kill this Johnny, right? So -3 is what it is. Yeah, we go to -3. We get the Sky Apparition. We go ahead and just take the time to kill the Johnny. We're totally fine at that point. So sweet. Nice. All right, I'm against Wurpara. And interesting hand. If we find another land, then we can play Karn on turn 3, which will make us 2/2s. Yay, that's super awesome. Letting us have card draw is nice. So like we are doing our thing. We want to be ramping on either turn 1, turn 2. We have a hand that can ramp us on turn 2. We definitely want more than 2 lands though. Especially with Explore here. That's another land. Sweet. Now do we go for Explorer while we have the ability to do an extra land, or do we just go for other ramp stuff? Yeah, because then the next turn I can double Mind Stone. Yeah, let's do that. And if we hit a land, we can still play Karn out, but ultimately we want to be playing... getting out more ramp. So now even if we don't draw land, we're still ramping up to 5 mana. Get out Golos, whatever else. Good. Getting up to Ugin. Oh, no. Rattle Chains. Uh-oh. All right, this Blast Zone is actually going to become really useful for us. Yeah, Spirits are bad for us. If we don't resolve the Ugin and get up to it quick, we're just screwed. So I think we still go double Mind Stone next turn. I don't think we try to tick up Blast Zone yet. They're going to be flashing in other stuff anyway. All right, and a Forest. Yeah, I think it's still just double Mind Stone. All right, that gets us potentially up to 7 mana for the next turn with Golos. If we can resolve a Golos and resolve the Ugin, then we're in really good shape. All right, pass the turn. We just have to hit one more land within the next 2 turns to get to Ugin. Brazen Barrows. All right, that's cool. Okay, down to... They shack themselves down to 18. They can flash in a Borrower. Is this a Rogue as well? Okay, it is Spirits. They just start playing Brazen Borrower because it's a really good card and stuff. All right, do we go for Golos or the Cultivate? We haven't hit a land yet this turn. That's actually pretty nice. Let's go ahead and tap this down real quick. Actually, wait, do we want to tap down Blast Zone? All right, play out Cultivate. Doing this over the Golos just because once we have lands on the board, I don't know. Maybe it's better to be doing the Golos stuff. We're not gonna be able to tick up Blast Zone regardless, so just tap those down. What I want is if they do try to bounce one of these again, we can sacrifice one to draw the other. And also like stop Brazen Bar from being able to do much else. They probably just throw out Brazen Bar here though. And then we hope to resolve an Ugin. Which I'm not so sure about. We'll see. Yeah, Spirits get +1/+1. All right, Blast Zone. This is where the Blast Zone on 2 is really nice. Maybe, yeah. There wasn't a really way to sequence that to get it to where we got it up to 2. So we're taking 6 down to 10. We're gonna try to resolve Ugin. I don't see how there's much better things we can be doing there. We're probably just gonna have to flash in other threats after that. So they can cast all spirit spells as though they had flash with Rattle Chains. Supreme Phantom number 2. All right, they're going. All right, sweet. So they're going for a big hit, which is gonna be painful for sure. But we get to Ugin. Down to 7. We have exactly 8 mana. Pass to my turn. A little bit extra. Ugin. Playing out a Spectral Sailor right now. Okay, I was like, did I do that on purpose or what? Sweet. Okay, we did get there. Oh man, that's actually one of the harder matchups for us, and I think they just didn't have any interaction in hand, so we got there. Nice. All right, up against Enigma Variation, and we're gonna keep this hand. This is exactly what we want. Turn 1 ramp into turn 2 cultivate into Nissa. I mean, does it get better than that? I declare that it does not. And if this does die, we still have things we can do. All the shenanigans, we're fine. Just one on top. I like the cultivate too because it puts extra lands in our hand or explore if we feel like we need to do that. All right, cultivate. Get some rampage rolling. Doesn't play a land. They do play land. All right. Oh man, is this just a counter spell now? What do I want countered more, Golos or Nissa? That's interesting. Let's go Golos. I just want to gauge if they're having counter spells. I feel like there's a higher chance of them having a negate than having just because of the type of decks there are. Like, I feel like that's a higher chance of them having a counter spell for non-creature spells rather than for a creature. And this also isn't necessarily crazy scary if they have like Tail's End for them or whatever. Oh, this might also just be the Seagate Stormcaller deck. Ooh, okay. That could be even worse for us. Huh. One land away from actually using Golos' ability. Alright, so we play like so. 1, 2, 3. Alright, let's go ahead and untap Cascading Cataracts.
Harness the elements.
Man, if this is the Seagate Neoform deck, then I want to be getting in for more damage right now. Okay, then we cultivate. I should have explored first, but okay, whatever. Explore. Just try to dig into some other stuff. We want to find a Karn if we can. That's the best thing. All right, Crawling Barrens tapped, or not tapped, but out. Past the turn. That is another pretty big threat for us. Every 2 lands we have makes this bigger. All right, all right. I think that was actually the Neoform deck, which means they just never found the combo. They also never played anything to go digging for the combo. They never we're gonna take a win. We didn't get to see anything other than an opt there, and so I speculated how much that game. 1.5. That's okay. Up against Jamo. Bring it on, Jamo. And we'll keep this. Definitely want 3 lands in this hand, but we've got stuff to do. Potentially turn 2 cultivate or Llanowar Visionary. Both nice. Got the land. All right. Untap land. Wait, we have to do the Jazz Fingers. Jazz Fingers always works. I did it too late. Dang it. I was distracted. All right. Guaranteed 3rd mana. No attacks. Pass the turn. Do the Jazz. It stopped working. What's happening? I did it. I was joking around when I did it. I didn't give it the seriousness that it deserved. All right, well, we're still getting lands out there. We're still on curve. Now we're a little bit ahead of curve. No attacks past the turn. Wayward Swordtooth. Extra land drops. Yo, they're doing cool things. What's up with that crap? We can play out Mindstone and Karn. That does ramp or get us up to extra mana. Karn can do some things, have a blocker for us. Do we care about that? Is that better than just trying to actually ramp here? I don't think so. All right, we're cultivating. Okay, play out Forest. Play out Mindstone. Play out Explore. And we did hit a land. How about that? I mean, that's a lot of ramp. Now we can play any big thing. And we have 2 ways to go finding big things. All right, they are doing cool big things too. All right, Nissa. Nissa's nice. Nissa's very nice.
What a strange and magnificent world.
All right, let's go Visionary first because I want to draw here, see what else we can do. And it's Bastion. Karn. Thanks. All right, we can make a 3/3 right now, which is just gonna get bigger. I think we go drawing cards though. Force them to actually have to kill this if they don't find other stuff. The other card is going to be really nice. Cascading Cataracts, still also very nice for us. All right, untap. Let's see. Crawling Barrens we can't really use. Crawling Barrens can be interesting because we can put more land counters onto it later. Karn's Bastion. All of these ones are actually a little bit interesting. We're gonna go ahead and hold off. So can't attack or block unless there's 3. Do we care about giving them a 3/3 here? No attacks. Pass the turn. Wayward Swordtooth. You can play 2 extra lands here. They get some card draw. This is a pretty sweet thing here too. Like honestly, just Wayward Servant, Wayward Swordtooth, and all the shenanigans going off. I'm not sure about the Raptor Hatchling as far as dinosaurs go, but like honestly, just this and Great Henge is a pretty sweet way to play. Because that way you can play out the extra lands you get. You can end up doing more stuff. Let's block with Grazer. I don't think they're gonna have any flyer. Well, they might have some flyers. We'll see. All right, pass to my turn. Grazer again. Well, -1. Grab the Karn. Karn. Cascading Cataracts. -2. They can't use Great Henge anymore. Okay, so Forsaken Monument actually might be pretty decent here. We can make some pretty big. All of our forests are colorless creatures. They get +2/+2, so they all become 5/5s. I can make a 5/5 Cascading Cataracts that can do some shenanigans here. Shenaniganery. I can also just go for like Meteor Golem, destroy their Great Henge. Golos, and can I activate it this turn? We have 1, 2, 3. So we have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's pretty close with untap. All right, I think we go for Golos here. No, we want to tap down Karn's Bastion, I think. We'll go here. Okay, Golos. Take action. We'll grab Blast Zone. Yeah, Blast Zone. Okay. We can activate his ability already. All right, let's go ahead and do that. Ugin. Cultivate. We'll go ahead and use this mana throughout a Grazer. Put out the other land. Untap. Cascading Cataracts, I believe. For a good chump blocker. Do we want to destroy anything? I think we do destroy Great Henge while we can. Yeah, so kill that. No attacks past the turn. So they have the ability to kill Ugin now, which is an issue, I suppose. All right, that's also not very good. They're all just going at face. Cool. All right, so we kill that. All right, cool. Sweet. Yeah, I guess on the next turn we have double Golos. Actually, no, we don't because we already untapped the Cascading Cataracts. But yeah, that's nice. See, that's where the World Tree will be way better than Cascading Cataracts. Is that with Cascading Cataracts, you can have it activated a couple times in a turn. If you like do it one time, activate with Nissa again, do it a second time. And there are games like this where you do need that. I think that with the World Tree just being a static effect that is always out there, able to be used, is just really, really good, you know? And yeah, so I'm excited for the World Tree. I think it'll be a good... I don't think you completely get rid of Cascading Cataracts because I've used it in the last couple of games multiple times as an indestructible creature here, which has been really, really nice. People forget about it all the time. Even in high level play, like I've had people forget about that in Mythic a bunch as well. So this is good. All right, 4-0. Up against the Gemma. Double Ugin. Card draw, semi-card draw, turn 2 ramps. We're on the draw. We're going to keep this hand. It would be better if one of these wasn't an Ugin, for sure. Like a Nissa or a Karn to be getting to a little bit quicker would be a whole lot better. But we're fine. All right, keep this. Fabled Passage. Another Explore. All right, Forest, pass the turn. So definitely multicolored. Rakdos. Oh, crap. Yeah, we explore when we have the mana to explore. We're trying to dig for other lands to be able to do more stuff. A pretty good play here for us is to have it land, Mindstone, and explore. Hopefully find another land or something to do. Cultivate gives us more lands to do stuff with. I could play Mindstone and go exploring with this and hope to hit a land. If we do, it's great, dude. We hit every single one of our Ugins, which, I mean, is going to be good in this matchup. I think we go for the guaranteed ramp instead of the potentially our cards get better with this play, you know? So I think that's just ultimately better. We're up to 5 now. 6. Hopefully we hit a land. We get some card draw to do so. Sweet. So I already hit 1 land. We will... Oh, I can Karn maybe to go digging for the other land. Okay, Mindstone. 1, 2, 3. So we're at 4, 7. Explore gets us up to 8. Let's go Karn, though. Karn, I think, is a little bit better. Tick up with Karn. Get some card advantage rolling. I've actually been pretty impressed with this Karn as well. I do think that the Planar Bridge with World Tree is going to be ultimately better. Essica, just be able to add in... It adds other colors as well. Anyway. Lenore Visionary Cultivate. Or, oh, Lenore Elves. Alright, that does give us ramp this turn. Which, if they have claim to Firstborn... Let's see, it's blue mana as well. Maybe this is a little bit different. We'll throw it out. Why not? If we get to untap and play Ugin, then sweet. Okay, blue mana's Nikki B. The old Nikki B. The brother of Ugin. And guess who's better, guys? Ugin. Alright. Man, we're gonna have to exile an Ugin. Oh, man. Or do we just get rid of an Explorer here? Honestly, like, having multiple Ugins in a row is a pretty dang good thing to do. Alright, well... -5. Or do we just tick up here? They can tick up as well. Do the +2. Yeah. We -5. Lose the Llanowar Elves. We lose our 8 mana. Pass the turn. Hopefully they don't have another one or another removal spell. Fabled Passage. Alright, Grixis Control. A lot less scary when they don't have the Fires of Invention, gotta say. That was such a busted thing. Alright, going for counter spells and stuff. Alright, well, tick up real quick before they have some sort of answer for that. Karn. 3 mana left. I think we go ahead and just grab like a Godfrey statue. Just like get the value that we can, or we go for Sorcerer's Spyglass. All right, Sorcerer's Spyglass. Extinction Event, Watergrave. All right, well, they have nothing in hand. Nicol Bolas, Dragon God. The Ravager might also be pretty good to stop them from activating the other side of it. But that's what we know they have. I guess we're getting out their Fatal Push. Why not? I'd rather them hit this than the Crawling Barrens, though. So we have a blocker for the Flyer now. We also don't have discard fodder, but whatever. Hey, they're playing out the card we haven't seen yet. Sweet. Keeps one on top. And opponent scoops it up. All right, yeah. We get another turn with Karn. We get some card draw with Mind Stone if we need it. Yeah, and Ugin just keeps going off. Dude, 5-0 so far. 5-0. All right, up against Caesart, and we'll keep this on the play with some good rampage-ness. We like it. Not turn 1 ramp stuff, but the turn 1 ramp is a little bit less consistent in general, and so this is ultimately better for us. Okay, explore. Get lands out there, pass the turn. I think the rules for between Explore and Mind Stone is that you play Explore when you have an extra land. You play Mind Stone when you have the other stuff. All right, do we get rid of ramp here? Maybe Karn. Card's not that amazing. I do like the Ugin, though. Yeah, we'll do that. Cultivate lets us get an extra land as well, potentially. Yep. Mind Stone, and then Cultivate. Now we have a land to discard if we need to, and we have Nissa online for the next turn. I think Nissa into Ugin. 1, 2. Yeah, we have Nissa into Ugin. Sweet. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I dig it. Croxa. All right, we discard the land. Rude. Sax gets some food tokens. Yeah. They can steal our forest with the Claim the Firstborn, which is always the most annoying thing in the world. Which means we need to make sure that we hit... All right, sweet. Another land. Need to make sure that we create an extra creature here.
Through this land, we are all
Okay, untap. Forest.
the land shall
Swing in. Ugin. Now they have to deal with 2 creatures, which they probably can do, but we also have 2 things they have to deal with. They just create bigger and bigger boards. They have to have amazing cards to really deal with what we've got going on. Ugin actually a pretty good card against this deck. I even really like it. Just being able to create 2/2s over and over again that give us card advantage. I think even if they die, they come back to us. Or does it put it into their hand? I'm not sure how that works. Does it put it into their hand? When that leaves the card... Yeah, I'm not sure how this works. I'm interested. Okay, attacks at Nissa or Ugin, whatever. Yeah, I'm intrigued to see where this goes. Why didn't they take the forest? I guess we would have just blocked it. All right, it goes to our hand. All right, I wasn't sure how that worked out. I'm not sure if they're able to see the face down card that way either when it's on their side of the board. I don't believe so. Such a funky text. I'm sure there's like some explanation through layers or all those other things everyone says is real and whatnot. I don't believe in all that jazz. I only believe in science. All right, so we have Karn's Bastion for some stuff we can do. Take up with Ugin first. Explore. Play out a forest. So we can Karn's Bastion, get this up to 7. They also can have a bigger thing to steal from us, which can be annoying. I can also draw with Mind Stone. Let's go ahead and do that. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do this too. Okay. Just doing the things we can do. We're going to do those things. Okay, untap Forest.
My elemental friend.
Swing in. Proliferate. Down to 9. Nissa's about to ultimate. We have indestructible lands then. I think it's lands that we control, not own, right? Name the Firstborn. We got some extra mana. Haha! Got him. Alright, swings at Nissa. Cool. Yeah, we definitely just jump here. This is where Ugin becomes very annoying for them. The whole steal stuff, swing in, typically helps them out, but when we can just keep getting creatures out of it, it's like, all right, sweet, cool. I like it. Whoa, Strider. You get 2 food tokens, or do you go scrying? Tough question. They are down to 9. Like, their life total is actually pretty low. It might be better for us just to kill Woe Strider here and swing in. First and foremost, we explore. Maybe I should Nissa before this. I'm not sure. Explore, draw some cards. Mind Stone is free, so we'll play it. Why not? You know. Okay, draw a card with Mind Stone. Llanowar Visionary. All right. So, we can untap a forest, swing in, hit for 9 but they have a goat to block with. So it's not lethal, so we don't really care about it as much, right? We just do good things instead. They also get to start getting life on the next turns. Do we want to just kill Woe Strider? I think it blocks anyway. I think it's got to. So, all right, create a 2/2. Play out Llanowar. We're going to use Karn's Bastion. We can use it before with Nissa, just go grab all the other stuff. I think we actually take up here, even though we can Karn's Bastion, we lose out on the ability to put pressure on at their face if we don't do this. And so we use the mana we've got now to proliferate. All right, force them to block now. Okay, blocks and blocks. Nis is also now pretty well above everything now. We have plenty of lands out. Ugin the Spirit Dragon here. Yeah, really difficult to lose from here. The thing they have to hit is something like a Mayhem Devil, a black mana, and like Cat to be able to do something there, but at this point I think it's just way too out of hand. 6-0, my friend. 6-0. Dig it. All right, up against Feathers. Bringing on Feathers. We'll keep this. Turn 2 explore into Mind Stone into stuff. Yeah, boys, we're doing it. Can we get up to Nissa quickly enough? We need to find a turn 1 play. Can't remember if we're on the play or the draw. Either way, we're doing it. All right, on the play. Forest, fast the turn. Yeah, so turn 4-ness is the fastest we can get to. That's okay. Oh, this deck. Yikes. Okay. Karn actually helps us a ton and a half here. So get to Karn. Get to Karn. Blast Zone also pretty sweet stuff. We actually have like a lot of the best cards against this. Oh man, we got the Grazer without the land. Do we play it out? Could help us get out extra ramp in the future. Maybe. Ah, whatever. We'll just play it out. Fast turn. All right, so we grab Karn the Great Creator. That just wins in general. It's pretty sweet stuff. Mox Amber. All right, come on land. Come on land. Oh gosh. So much going for him. Please no more ramp. They also got the flipping Kinnan. You gotta be kidding me. And we didn't find the land. Yeah, I don't know what else you can do about that. I think they just got us. I think we're just dead. Maybe I could have blast zoned that. No, because I can hit the chromatic sphere, which they can just bring back anyway. So yay. All right, so they think they got us. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, they have enough with Emery to bring back Paradox Engine. As long as they can untap like one thing here, then they're fine. Like a second Mox Amber or something crazy. Then they just go off with Emery being able to untap every time Paradox Engine. Dude, this is so annoying because we had everything in our hand. All we did was miss one land drop, which we got at the next turn, right? Or no, we played Cultivate. Ah, man. Yeah, Paradox Engine. Oh, you can play it. Oh, no. Ooh. They didn't do anything. Oh. Okay, that changes things. We might have a shot now. All right, how do we stop this? So Karn in general is good. How much mana do we have? We have enough to play Karn and Sorcerer's Spyglass on Emery, right? All right, that's what we do. Karn. I'm not sure if we had enough to use Nissa as well with that. I think we were a little bit shy of it. Okay, Sorcerer's Spyglass on Emery. They have a Karn. How much mana do they have? Not enough to destroy this right away. So yeah, Sorcerer's Spyglass on Emery. No attacks past the turn. All right. Also, their Mox Ambers can't tap for mana. They can play out Karn. Cool. Can't tap for mana, so it doesn't really matter. And we kind of got the lockdown on them a little bit. There's things we still got to do. What we'll probably do is, now that this is off, we'll also just probably tick up on Mox Amber, get it off the board. Or maybe find some other ways to kill it. I don't know. I don't know, guys. Jeez. Stop pestering me. Okay, take one. Please stop. Okay, untaps their board. That's cool. There's a Carney boy. Okay, Blast Zone actually pretty useful here too. Like, it might be worthwhile just to hit stuff. They have 4 mana, so these guys can't work as long as Karn's on the board. So we just try to keep Karn alive. Tap here. Nissa.
Seek shelter in my stewardship.
Okay, get rid of the Mox Amber. Put it to the graveyard. Untap. Let's see, how do we want to do this? I think I do want Golos out instead. So untap with Forest.
Be wary of the ground.
Do they kill the Forest here? Kinnan doesn't do anything for him right now. And I think I'm fine with that trade-off. Yeah, let's go ahead and do this. They want to double block, they can. All right, sweet. Karn's down. And then we Golos. We already have a Blast Zone. That doesn't matter as much. Karn's Bastion could be nice, but I think it's just Cascading Cataracts, which would be the World Tree here, which would actually be really, really nice. Yeah. So good with the World Tree. because all of the forest would be able to tap for other colors and also add green at the same time. So you don't get like a full on you can add all the colors all the time, because with Nissa they still only add an additional green mana source. All right, they have a land Orels. That means they have some other ways to go off with this. All right, so
I will not lose another friend.
we grab Godfarrow's statue, I believe, or Meteor Golem, destroy the Paradox Engine. We're up to 5 mana. Which one's better? Let's go Godfarrow's statue. Okay, we can still use Golos' ability. Let's untap one of the lands.
Behold, nature's true power.
Okay, activate his ability. Second Cascading Cataracts is pretty nice. So also is Karn's Bastion. It's our only Karn's Bastion. But we have quite a bit of land, quite a bit of mana. Do I play out Mind Stone now? We might just want blockers in general. Ah, whatever. We'll play it out. Okay, pass the turn. Down to 22. Godfarrow's statue does help a little bit. All of their cheap spells now are no longer cheap spells. They have to have a land to be able to use Meteor Golem, which then Sorcerer's Spyglass and Godfarrow's statue kind of slow them down. They can't mock Samber anymore. Yeah, that just... So that lockdown does lock out that deck. We barely got there in time. It was very lucky they didn't have it in the early game. So, guys, that is 7-0. That's it. We did it. We got to 7-0. Sweet. All right, so there you guys have it with the 7-0 World Tree Walkers. So I think the World Tree definitely would be a great addition to the deck. I think Essica also could be really, really fun, where it can be a way that we can just be getting out Ugins, things like that a little bit better. It's just extra value for us if we do have a World Tree in the early game, other things like that. There's just so many ways to play it. So World Tree with Explore works great because it's a tapped land, but we can be playing out when we have extra things to do and nothing else to do with that extra mana, right? So World Tree actually works great with Explore. World Tree works great with Golos. World Tree works great with Nissa. World Tree works great with, you know, all of the other things that we're trying to do. And if we have Essica as well to kind of add in that extra value of just something fun. And I don't think it's you don't put a full playset into the deck. I might end up doing that just for like a fun video at some point, but I think what you do is you play 2 copies of it and it's good, you know? But anyway, I wanted to give you guys something for those of you who play Historic, something that's good to play. And this is something that will help you rank up. If you're trying to do something good, I think this is a really powerful deck that'll be really fun to play, or just play it like this and it also still went 7-0. I don't expect that to change a ton after Kaldheim. If anything, people will be playing more jank stuff and you'll have an even better time playing with good content. Or good decks. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe, all of that jazz. And the keyword for today, the secret word for the end of this video, I know I've missed a couple of them here and there, but the one is Golos climbs the World Tree. That's the secret phrase for today, dude. I don't know. Another one could be Jeff. Get better secret words. That's another one too. Whatever one you want to do. All right. Anyway, thank you guys. Have a good one. Bye.